Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jordine if you're new here. Today's video is going to be my recommendations for the Sephora savings event. So if you're interested in all the products I'm going to be talking about today, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so details for the savings event will be in the description box down below just to give you an overview of what's happening. But the savings event does start Friday, October 28th if you guys are Rouges. So Rouges get 20% off of a full order, multiple orders, starting October 28th. So pretty excited for that as I am a Rouge, but let's just jump into it. I'm gonna do it via categories, so I think I'm gonna start with skincare and just let you guys know about the skincare that I've been currently using and why I love it so much and why I think you should pick it up. Okay, it's not a lot because I really wanted to keep it streamlined, so that is what we're doing. Okay, I didn't even bring my cleanser out here. Starting off bad already, but I actually do have the little birthday kit that has the cleanser that I want to talk about. I do have my full size in the bathroom. So Tatcha, this is my little birthday kit that I had for my travel. Let me take it out. So the cleanser that I'm currently using is the Tatcha Rice Water Cleanser. This is what the travel size looks like, but the larger one is bigger, same color and all that good stuff. The Rice Wash, not the rice water, the Rice Wash Cleanser is good, I believe, for all skin types. It's going to give you brightness to your skin, even out your skin tone, but it won't dry your skin out, which is why I like it. I don't feel like my skin is tight after washing, which some cleansers can do. You can feel a little tight. I have normal to dry skin, so that is the reason why I like that cleanser. I've used multiple tubes and I feel like it just works really well for my skin, and I would recommend that for anybody. For my treatments, I really want to talk about 3 different items today. This is the Paula's Choice BHA 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. It's just salicylic acid exfoliant that is going to help resurface and clog your pores, minimize pores, help with breakouts. I find that this works pretty well for everybody as well. I would recommend that you use it 2 times a week. You don't need to use it every day, but it's going to help with any type of breakouts and kind of smooth the texture on your skin. Works really well. If you guys have had issues with it, please leave it in the comments down below, just in case you have like overly sensitive skin and this doesn't work for you. But again, I recommend that you use it twice a week. Please do not use it more than that because it can dry out your skin as it is salicylic acid. The next treatment I'm going to be talking about is this from Fresh. You guys, this Elixir Skin Resilient Activating Serum is amazing. It recently launched. I believe it launched in July. Yeah, over the summer. And you guys, I have been using it ever since it launched. This is my everyday serum. I feel like it makes my skin so plump and glowy. And you guys have been complimenting my skin ever since I've tried this product. So I do like say that the glowiness to my skin is definitely from this Elixir serum because the way that my skin just feels very soft and plump after using this is amazing. I use it day and night, and I have another bottle because it's that good. It is amazing. And for my other treatment, I am going to mention the Caudalie. This is the Vinopure Skin Perfecting Serum. You guys, if you're familiar, you know that I used to work for Sephora. So this was a bottle that I got in gratis. Anytime the Caudalie like brand representative came in and asked what I wanted, I would always say I wanted the Skin Perfecting Serum because it helps with any hormonal breakouts that I get. Whenever it's that time of the month, I do tend to get some breakouts on my chin and like one breakout on my cheek all the time. And this really helps to minimize the breakout like right away. So I really like this for hormonal breakouts. It's good. I wanted to mention that this has white willow bark in it, so it's a natural derivative of salicylic acid that's going to help break down any type of breakouts, minimize pores, help with oil control, but it's not going to be overly drying because it has grape water in it as well to help balance your skin. Whoa. Talking too fast. Okay, and then last but not least in the skincare category, this is the moisturizer that I've been using, that I've been picking up lately. Other than the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, which I feel like a lot of people are probably going to talk about. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I feel like a lot of people will talk about this as well. This is pretty pricey. This jar itself, the 3.4 ounce, I think it's like over $100. But it works really well. Again, it makes your skin glowy. It makes it plump. It just looks good. If it works, I will spend the money on the skincare. As you guys know, I like luxury things, and just in general, if I find that something works well for me, I tend to stick to it. So I really like this. They have multiple sizes, travel sizes if you want to try it as well, but this is something that I would definitely recommend for all skin types. It does leave your skin a little bit more glowy. So if you feel like you don't want like a cream texture and you don't want that glow, if you're more oily, then, you know, go with a more of a lotiony type gel water situation. This isn't a thick cream at all, but I like it, and I feel like if you are oily, you'll probably like it like at nighttime. So it's beautiful. So let's just hop into fragrances. I only have 2 here, but this has been like kind of my like fall combination of fragrances that I have been wearing lately. So I want to talk about that really quick. This is the Clean Reserve Skin. I think I've mentioned this in a recommendation before, but this is kind of like the base fragrance that I normally put on. It's gonna be like what I layer everything on top when I want a little bit more of a warm, like gourmand type of situation. So I layer skin and then I'll put something on top of it. And what I've been putting on top of it is the Miss Dior Eau de Parfum fragrance, and I have been getting a lot of compliments when I wear this, especially from men. I don't know, I think they like sweeter scents. So every time I wear it, it's like, oh, what are you wearing? It's like a sweeter, more florally scent. So that has been the combination that I've been liking lately. So what is next? Let's talk about eyeshadow palettes really quickly, because I really am just recommending 2 at the moment. I feel like eyeshadow palettes are very personal, depending on what kind of color story you like and the formula. But for everyday eyeshadow palette, I think that a lot of people will like this one. This is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I like that it has depth to it. If you haven't seen what it looks like, let me open this up for you. My last video to get ready with me, I used this palette in it, but as you can see, this is what the color story it looks like. It has a lot of depth to it. I think the formula is really good. All Natasha Denona formula, well, not all of them. For the most part, the MIDI palettes have a really good formula to it. So this is one that I would recommend. I think it's a good everyday palette with a little bit of pop, some duochromes in it that most people will enjoy. And then if you want something a little bit more fun, then I'm going to recommend Danessa Myricks Lightworks 4 Transcendent palette. This palette is so fun, so innovative. You have your multi-chromes in here, your pressed chrome flakes, and you know, I love it. I mentioned every time I wear it, I get a lot of compliments. This is just so fun to me. I think it's a good pairing palette with your neutral colors if you just want to do, you know, your neutral and your crease and add a pop of the multi-chrome. But it's beautiful and you can get so many different looks from it. It is limited edition, so if you can get a discount on it, I definitely recommend that you pick this palette up because it is one of a kind. It is beautiful. So next for foundation, I'm really gonna recommend 3 because I feel like I normally recommend foundations in these videos. So just go back to my old videos, you guys, if you want to see more foundations. But I'm gonna be talking about newer foundations that launched. I think you guys know what I'm gonna say. This is the Haus Labs. This is the TRICLONE Skin Tech Foundation. Recommend this to everyone. I think that they have a good shade range. It has 50 shades in the range, and I feel like a lot of people can fit into multiple shades, which I'm so happy about. I feel that the undertones are pretty good in this foundation range. The only thing is that I would recommend that you go into store to try these because the description of the shade does not necessarily correspond with the undertone, so you have to try it on because you know, a cool, for instance, might look yellow because you are thinking cool as red. Well, most people think cool as red, just depending on how the brand describes their shade. So go into store, try it out. 50 shades. I think it's really good. It's very skin-like, very natural. It is beautiful. Next foundation I'm going to recommend that is pretty natural and very beautiful is the Lancôme Teint Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation. Again, I feel like it just looks very natural on the skin. The shade that I wear in this one is 510 Neutral, sorry, and then the shade that I have in the Haus Labs is 480 Neutral. I think last year I recommended the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. I want to just mention that again because I really love that foundation. So Nars Light Reflecting. I said I was going to talk about 3, but yeah, just get that Nars Light Reflecting. And also, look at me, I just keep on adding more foundations on. Get the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. No, not Ultra HD. Makeup Forever HD Skin. This one is good too. And then last but not least, the Valentino, Very Valentino foundation is another one that I think is very skin-like. perfected at the same time. So I would also recommend that you pick this one up if you're looking for a luxury foundation. And this is what the Valentino foundation looks like. So let's just continue on with complexion, jumping into concealers. These are the concealers that I have really been using a lot. We're going to start off with the tried and true because this has been the base for most of my concealer concoctions. This is the LYS Triple Fix Concealer. This concealer is beautiful, you guys. It's very natural looking, but it is also buildable. It wears long. It doesn't cake or look, you know, sometimes it can look bunchy under the eye. It doesn't crease. For me personally, I just really love how this looks on my skin. Very lightweight. I love it so much that I have a lighter shade to highlight with. That's how you know when you love a product, you get multiple shades so you can do different things with it. And it's so affordable. So affordable. So I definitely recommend that you guys try this if you haven't. It's an amazing concealer. Another concealer that I want to mention is my Dior Backstage concealer. The shade that I have is 5W. The Triple Fix, sorry, I have in DG6 for my like complexion shade, and then to highlight I have DG3. But yeah, 5W again is more of like a complexion shade for me. It's closer to my complexion. You know, this is like the perfect highlighting shade. It's not too bright, but again, it kind of blends into the skin really nicely. So yeah, 5W. Next, you guys, this concealer is really good. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Full Cover Concealer. I've shown this in a Get Ready With Me as well. I'll link it in the eye just so you guys can see how I use this again. This concealer is so good. It is perfecting. Once again, does not crease, long wear. The shade that I have is Golden, and I love to layer this on top of my LYS Triple Fix Concealer because of the shade, as you can see, it's a little bit brighter, but it has that nice warm undertone that just gives me that nice bright under eye when I really want to do a very glam look. And I really like the formula of this. If you want something closer to your shade and you are close to my shade, then almond would work for you in this concealer. Just a heads up. Last but not least, in concealers, we're going to be talking about the Sephora collection Best Skin Ever concealer. You guys, this is so good. It is so good. I think it comes in 50 shades too. The shades that I have is a 50 neutral for like my all over skin tone shade, and then I have 53.5 neutral to do a natural highlight with. I do believe someone closer to my shade range can go in with lighter shades too to highlight if you would like, because the undertones in this concealer are so good. And again, it has such a wide range of colors that you can really find something, hopefully, because you know, you never know. You never know, but hopefully you can find something. But I love that this has the type of coverage that it has. It is full coverage. Just the concealer that I am wearing today. It is beautiful, okay? I love it. Very nice. I reach for it most of the time with my LYS as well. But if I'm doing like a everyday look, so far I've been reaching for the Sephora collection. Not gonna lie, because the LYS I've been using since it launched, and then since the Sephora has come out, I've been really reaching for that too as an everyday concealer. So what are we gonna jump into next? Bronzers? Yeah, let's do cream bronzers, since cream bronzers have been all the rage lately, hasn't it? So again, LYS is killing it. We're gonna go and talk about this LYS No Limits bronzer. I have it in the shade Strength, so it is a stick like bronzer slash contour. Let me show you what the shade looks like. That is what it looks like. But as you can see, pigments, but blendability is amazing on this product. You don't need a lot at all. You don't need a lot. Start off with a little bit, but it blends so nicely into the skin, so I feel like it's like foolproof. If you are new to makeup, new to cream contouring, you're gonna enjoy this formula because you really can't mess up with the way that it blends on the skin, and I think that is what most people like about it. It has a slight glow to it. It does not dry down very matte. It's more of a natural finish, so I think that works for a lot of people as well. So that's something I would recommend. The other cream bronzer that I want to talk about is this Nars Laguna bronzer. Okay, Nars did something when they released this, because when they first came out with the cream formula and we were like, what's going on? Why do you have two shades and why are they beige? They added more shades. The Laguna cream bronzer comes in 5 shades. I do think that they have room to add more shades in between as well. But you know, they're starting somewhere and I appreciate that. The shade that I have is number 4. And I do have that on as well, just so that you guys can see what it looks like on my skin tone. It's a little bit more of a red undertone, a little bit warmer on my skin. My video that I have of this Nars, I was trying number 5 and I felt like it was a little bit more neutral. I wasn't sure that number 4 would work for me, but it did end up working for me. So that shit. Oops. So it did end up working for me. So that has been, this has been the shade that I've been using. So I've been using number 4 more than I use number 5, to be honest. But the formula, I think the formula is beautiful. It is buildable. It is also long wearing. It dries down more of a soft matte on the skin. So if you have more oily skin, I feel like you'll probably enjoy this one better than the LYS, because as you can see, the LYS stays a little bit more shiny. Next, this is not necessarily a bronzer, but so many shades in this product that you can use it for a bronzer. And I am talking about the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm from Danessa Myricks. I have 2 different shades here. And this shade is number 10. I use this as a bronzer. It is also more of like a neutral tone. The funny thing about this product though, as you can see, it is a buildable, this is it right here, buildable product. So you can start off sheer but build it up to give you some more coverage. You can use this all over, multi-use. You can use it as concealer. You can use it as bronzer, like I mentioned. Beautiful. But it dries down into this soft matte finish that really perfects your skin. Like, your skin looks very smooth. It helps with oil control. And I feel like Danessa has been killing it. She has been killing it with all the products that she has released lately. She is doing something. And the innovation of all the products that she's had lately, it is very refreshing to see as a makeup collector or makeup lover, all the innovation that Danessa has been coming out with. And I am so proud of her. I am so proud. So this shade is shade 8. I use this as a all over complexion item. For instance, if I have on a tint and I want a little bit more coverage in certain areas, then I can go in with a little bit more of this. Or if I want to mattify my face a little bit more with additional coverage, then I can go in with this, because again, it dries down a little bit more, you guys. I was afraid that it would be very drying because I have normal to dry skin, but it's actually not like overly drying. But let me not say that, because it's winter time now, and initially when I tried this, it was more like spring, summer, and that's when I've been wearing it. So I would have to revisit this now, not as a bronzer, but like a all over balm, to see if it does dry my skin out, because I do have dry skin. So I will bring that back to your attention. But as a bronzer, I do love the way that it looks on my skin. Okay, so let's stick with cheeks. Blush. I'm really gonna recommend just 3 blushes. And where's my other blush? Oh, here it is. Just 3 blushes. Because yeah, blushes are also personal, but formula wise, I have been really enjoying these blushes. So I want to talk about my Armani Neo Nude blush. I feel like this is probably going to be in all of the Sephora recommendation videos that I make going forward, if they still have this formula, because I love it so much. It is so easy, you guys. Again, a multi-use product. You can use it on your cheeks, your eyes, your lips. But you guys, the blendability on this thing, whoo, it blends itself, you guys. And then this color is like so perfect for my skin tone. It's 45. So good. This thing is always sold out. Let me clean the edges, because Lord, you can tell I use it a lot. Let me wipe that off a little bit. There we go. It looks a little bit prettier. I'm gonna get a backup. That's how much I love it. I'm gonna get a backup, and it's gonna be in my cart. And if they have more colors, I'm like really serious about this. If they have more colors, I'm gonna grab some more. So yeah, that's gonna happen. And then next is the Gucci blush. This blush is the Blush de Beauté. Butte? Is it Beauté or Butte? Child, I don't know. I don't speak French. So, I think it's French. It's not Italian, right? Anyway, child, this is what the component looks like. Isn't this cute? And then it has the gold back. I love Gucci packaging. And then this is the color. This is Warm Berry. This has really been my go-to blush lately. I think it's perfect for the fall. I think it's perfect for an array of skin tones. Beautiful. I can't wait for them to come out with more colors. Gucci, come out with more colors, because I'm going to buy more. The other colors, the lighter ones, this is the last one, number 6. They're not for me. So I need more depth. Gucci, if you can do that for me, because this formula is bomb. As you can see, I still have the box, but great. Okay, another blush is the Divine Blush from Pat McGrath Labs. And the color that I want to recommend is Paradise Venus for everybody. Everybody. This is what Paradise Venus looks like. It is like a terracotta color. This on darker skin just gives a nice warmth to the complexion. On lighter skin tone, I feel like it gives a nice warm bronzy effect. So that would be the like universal color that I would recommend, that I think looks good on everybody. Give me a second, y'all. My child is over here bothering me. Okay, so I have one more blush. This is the Patrick Ta Major Headlines palette, but he has since released these blushes as individual duos. So just a heads up, any color story from this duo would work on someone who is of my skin tone, deeper. Just a heads up, because the first initial launch of these duos were not given for deeper skin tones, so these colors work really well. We have She's Baked, She's Vibrant, and She's a Doll. So She's a Doll, She's Vibrant, She's Baked. She's Baked is really the one that I use majority of the time because it gives me that nice like bronzy effect like I mentioned. But if I want a little bit more pop, I mix these two sometimes, or you know, just go on with this one. Works really well. Okay, let's talk about powders. Not a lot of powders that I want to talk about because I'm very picky when it comes to powders. And I do feel like I have some powders in my other videos, but we're going to talk about the Dior Cushion Powder in Deep. It is pretty pricey, it's $62, but if you do want to try a luxury powder that I think works really well, this is one that I would recommend. It gives a nice soft matte finish to the skin, but it's not overly drying, but long wearing, so I like that powder. The next powder is the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur powder. This has been my go-to powder lately. It did take over from that Dior powder. It's very smooth, talc free, beautiful on the skin, again long wearing. And then this powder came and surprised me. This is the Haus Labs Skin Tech powder. Yeah, the Bio Blurring Loose Setting powder. Bio Blurring Super powder. Extremely blurring, you guys. This powder is also talc free. It's expensive for how much you get in it, but for what it does, I will say that it's kind of worth it. So I really love how this looks on my skin. My skin looks so smooth and so perfected. The shade that I have in this powder is Deep Honey, which is more of a highlighting shade. Just for reference, they do have other shades available if you want one that's more your skin tone. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Mascaras, I have two that I want to talk about in today's video. The Gucci mascara Hair. I don't know the actual name and I can't see it. But it will be linked down below. It just comes in a black, but this mascara is really good for volume, length, and separation. Surprisingly, it gives a lot of volume, so I really like this one. And then if you want just one for length and separation, I would recommend the Item Beauty Lash Snack. I find that this, with how small the brush is, gets a lot of separation. Is especially good for bottom lashes to give that length and separation. And if you want to blend your real lashes in with your false lashes, this is also a good mascara to do that with because it's not overly thick. It won't create like a lot of product on your false lashes. So yeah, those are the mascaras that I would recommend. For brow products, two brow pencils. The Gucci brow pencil, I rave about this all the time. I'm going to get myself another one because I love it that much. And the Haus Labs brow pencil, this is really nice. I like it. It's what I've been using lately. I have it on today. So I would recommend that. And then for brow gel, the Patrick Ta Major Brow Lamination Gel is what I use. I like a fluffy brow. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did get my brows done. I made them a little bit smaller, not thinner per se, but I trimmed the top so it's not as fluffy as it normally is, but it still gives me that fluffy effect that I like. So the Major Brow Lamination Gel, I feel, holds it in place really well. Powder bronzer, for something new, I would recommend the Haus Labs. This is the Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. A lot of shades, just blurring bronzer as well, and very smooth, so I recommend that. I do have other bronzers. Again, I'm going to reference you to other recommendations videos if you want to see that. But that is one that I would recommend that is newer. That is newer to us. I think that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. I did mention in my last Get Ready With Me the items that I think I'm going to pick up. So let me just go ahead and just mention that to you again. I have my cart with me, and hopefully some newer products have launched. Yeah, it looks like today they released some newer products, and I'm gonna have to look into that. But for now, I have the Melanin Hair Care Plump and Deep Conditioner in my cart, a YSL Rouge Pure Couture Bold High Pigment Lipstick in number 10, Brazen Nude. I have the Fashion Fair Lush Blush Duo in Chocolate Chip in my cart, the Patrick Ta Major Brow Defining Pencil in my cart because I want to try that because it's supposed to be very thin. I mentioned in my last video that I have the YSL All Hours because that's my favorite foundation and they have a new formula, so I have that in my cart to try out. Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Cream Contour Duo in Intensity 3. Hopefully that works for my skin tone. And I have a couple of fragrances in here that I'm thinking about. The Prada Paradox Eau de Parfum, Comidity, yeah, Book. Because I like more of the woodsy fragrance that I want to try. The Prada, I sprayed it in store. I didn't like it in the store and then I left. And then something was like smelling so good. I was like, what? What smells so good? And I remember that I sprayed it. It was on this hand when I left Sephora. And I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get that. So the Prada is nice on my skin, with my chemistry. It mixes really well. It did not smell like that when I first smelled it. Kilian, I have Angel Share. It is so sweet, but I love Angel Share. It smells so good. And then Comidity, I have Milk plus Bold. Might try it. But again, I'm going to probably add and take things out of my cart as we go just to see exactly what I really want and what's new. And, you know, the savings event lasts a couple of days. So, you know, I might make an order here and then make another order here, go into store, see something else. I'm not trying to spend that much money, to be honest, but I'm really going to pick up things that I really, really want. Really, really want. So that's about it for the most part. Everything is pretty personal. It's what you really enjoy, but those would be my recommendations, like borderline basic. Borderline basic items that I think you should pick up. So that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. Everything will be linked down below in the description box if you're interested in trying anything out. I would really appreciate if you guys do use my links during this saving event because I do get a commission. And that helps out the channel. So, you know, thank you so much for anybody who uses my link. You guys are amazing. Love you guys so much. I truly appreciate you. I don't say that a lot. I truly appreciate you. You guys don't understand. So thank you so much. If you are new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I am Jordine if you're new here. And if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It helps me out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.